What's up, YouTube? This is the Billy Bob HD bringing you another Let's Play. Today I've got some more Hearts of Iron 4. This is the modern day mod. We're playing as Croatia. Let's keep it going here. Last episode we were really just in a race to try to get across Siberia and head down here into Vladivostok. Blah 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 stock. So let's take... I was thinking about potentially speed rushing someone down there, so let's try it. We're going to do that with a mechanized unit. Running at speed 5 right now just to try to hurry this process up so we can direct our attention at reorganizing and potentially getting into some additional wars, which will be good. Showing us green here for all supply, which is great. And you can see as I zoom out here, yeah, lots of territory being taken. We're coming up on this city worth 3 victory points here. Got another one worth 1 here towards the north. So continuing to drive forward as Teal Group is now on aggressive. Red Group is now on aggressive as well. In fact, I'm leaving a bunch of units behind. Yeah, if the unit were to continue moving, it would cause the next province to require more supplies than it has capacity for. Explicit move order can force the unit to move out anyway. So, sort of skinning down as supply is becoming scarcer and scarcer across the front. Siberia will do that to you, man. Yes, it will. Okay. We've got 3.26 million men in the bank right now, which is awesome. Let's take... this guy and just speed rush him over here to the new capital of theirs. It's worth 20 victory points, so that will be very useful. This guy can sort of mop up here in the mountains for us, because we are getting very close to that capitulation, like I mentioned. 93%. So we are also working on building out some paratroopers, because in order to take out Armenia here, and this other country, we're going to have to fly in with some transports. So let's move the transports up the queue here a bit. In fact, we're going to do something like this. We're going to put mechanized here and then move transport production, because I've got 450 or so strategic bombers in the bank already. Oh yeah, look at this. We actually have enough resources now to become pretty self-reliant. So let's bring these civilian factories back, because we're going to just have tons, and I mean tons, of repair priorities to take care of. Chromium, we're going to bring these 4 factories back as well. There we go. Construction-wise, you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full lines of civilian factories working for us, and they're all working on trying to repair out some of these old factories that have been overrun in the war. There goes my mechanized unit making moves. So once he reaches I can't even pronounce it, Vladivostok, then Russia should capitulate out. We need to start training up some paratroopers, though, in preparation for landing them over here. We'll do 10 divisions at once. You guys can gather up in Crimea for now, which will be good. So start your training there. We should have enough equipment. Yeah, just infantry equipment coming in. Still working on updating. Oh. Okay, we're actually showing us having a deficit here now for infantry equipment. So, to counteract that, let's turn off... Okay, once these guys are all deploy all of you. Let's turn off your training there. 10 new units that can be added into Red Group here at this point. Or you know what? They may as well actually form a new grouping here. I've got this nice field marshal here. This is going to be Yellow Group, and we're going to put him on the line of Poland for now, because they're going to need to exercise out and sort of finish their preparations of training. So we'll get you guys to exercise there. Very nice. Okay, there goes the mechanized unit still making moves. We've got a couple of units here from the Russians. Let's also move up this way like this. Spreading my lines even thinner now, really. Germany pursues European policy. Just don't invade. Yeah, really. Because NATO is looking pretty strong here now. Okay, nice. So what did that do? I've got a 19,000 deficit in infantry equipment. 4,000 of that is going up to the front line right now. So really that leaves about 15,000 or so that are needed for the trainings. Yeah, and you can see they're stalled out. Let's actually cancel this for now. Throw all of that equipment into the front lines and training out paratroopers so we can get the war over with sooner rather than later. Yep. Production line's still looking really good. 15 nukes in the bank. Oh, we just came up on a small division there from the Russians. We did crush through, so that's good. Taking it there. Carrier 1 finished. Sweet. Alright, let's get nuclear power in the bank for them. Strategic destruction is done there. Interception detection, that's going to be big for bombers going forward and protecting against nukes. What is my casualty limit looking like? 365k compared to almost 6 million men. There is the capitulation from Russia that we were looking for. That's excellent. Okay. And okay, we're actually at a peace table now. Okay, so Russia, I'm going to take all your states, man. End my turn. South Ossetia. Let's take your state. Belarus. We'll take all of those. Good. And Kazakhstan. I want your resources. So let's take all of those. Boom. Okay. Done. The war is over. The war is over. The war is over. 100%. Wow. 100% world tension. Take you off and you off. Okay. Let's take Teal-Rup. Your job is going to be to gear up against Germany here. And all 60 divisions should be assigned over there now once we unpause here. Yep. Red group. Where do I want red group? Let's just put red group up on the Hungarian line for now. Get them to all move back across. You know what? Actually, scratch that. We're going to want red group to hang out over here by China. Just to have some Eastern forces available. There we go. And, yeah. Let's delete this order. Here. 2012 Olympic Games finished in London. We've got yellow group now that is all trained out, so good for you guys. Let's turn that off. Perfect. And what are we missing in terms of resources now? All right, let's give some factories back here for aluminum. Missing a little bit of rubber. So since we have so many civilian factories, wow, look at all the civilian factories we have. They're only encompassing about a quarter of the list there. So, yeah, we're going to need... Just sort of thinking to myself here. Paratroopers getting ready to come out. It'd be good to have these guys just in my back pocket for future wars. Let's put you here near Zagreb. Okay, what do the front lines need? Battle tanks, mechanized, infantry equipments are coming in nicely now. Looking good. Let's bump you up to speed 5. So now we're just down to about 50,000 or so in upgrades. Very good. Okay, that rubber is affecting the transport plane production. So we'll trade away for rubber for now, because I really don't have capacity for civilian factories to be building net new items when we've got all of these down here that need to be repaired out. So, and you can see they're happening. I mean, the strategic bombers are coming back online. Mechanized production's back online as well. And we're just going to work towards stockpiling a lot of equipment and potentially take on NATO here in the future. Okay, we've got a lot of air wings, don't we, that we need to bring back home. Sort of start from scratch here. Just taking all these guys back. It's going to take me a minute. So that was entertaining. We beat Russia with Croatia. You don't see that every day. The Russians just ended up, having a lot of industrial problems. After we went up in that fallback line and we put up a wall against them, against their advances, they started taking casualties and losing a bunch of equipment, causing them to not be able to replace it fast enough to cover themselves. All right. Let's get the carrier deck size upgraded here. My Navy has got 54 ships in it. That's a big Navy. So I think he's fine out on his own. Let's actually tell the naval guys here to make a new fleet. So you guys just start coming out in Albania here. And Albania, just because it's at the top of the list, that's easy enough, right? And the repair's coming along nicely too, because you can see Gen 4 bombers actually now starting to completely fill out. So that's good. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum. All of these air wings. A lot of those airfields were actually not in operation, which is kind of weird. Bringing all of those back to the stockpile. Sweet. Okay, I think that's everything. We'll see how many multi-rolls we have in the bank now. 2.4 thousand. I've got some MPAs, bombers, close air supports in the bank. Plenty of convoys. Transport planes are starting to come through now. Let's see. Yep. Got some of those in the bank. Okay, as these military factories continue coming on, we're going to have to trade away for some additional resources. You would think the world tension would start burning off here eventually. It's actually at 181%. Excuse me. Wow. Teal Group is formed up against Germany, saying, ouch, this would suck if we had to actually go to war with these guys. Poland does not look to have a ton of forces there. What are you guys doing? Repairing, I think. Yeah, they're repairing out some of their destroyers. Okay. Where's my biggest port, though? Because that's really where they need Crimea. So that's really where you guys need to be repairing out. It's back over this way. We do not have access to the region. Is that because Turkey's cutting us off? I think so. Yikes. So then let's change the plans here. Tell you guys to start entering the Crimean theater, because we're going to need a navy inside of the Black Sea. There we go. I'm almost wondering if we want to attack Turkey here at some point as well. You guys let me know in the comments. Red group's just chilling over here. Up against the Chinese border. Just to protect ourselves. / North Korean border. We actually have a small strip of land attached to North Korea there. Interesting. I'm ready for some of these paratroopers to start flowing out. We've got 100% equipment. So training's just occurring now. Cool. Germany is pretty strong. Let's take a look at them. Non-aggression pact with Faroe Islands. Interesting. Part of NATO, of course. We no longer have... Merkel in power. Social Democrat. 115 divisions overall. Pretty decent sized Air Force. About the same size as mine. And 5.1 million men in manpower. Wow, look at my recruitable going down. We're still sitting at the service by requirement. That actually hurts my production a bit, so let's bring you down to extensive here. Carrier advanced ramp system. Done. Let's do it here again. Deck size plus 20%. And then meanwhile, we're going to start researching carriers here as well. How's the constructions going? Good. Moscow has a lot of factories that need to be repaired out. A lot of these items coming off the list though, which is great. This is gonna be done faster than we were thinking. So, all right. Okay, I've actually got extra. Interesting. I've got extra military factories now that I can put into use. So, let's do that and that. Full lines there. Full lines here as well for the trucks. Cool. All that does is really affect the towed anti-air. Trade-wise, need some more rubber. Boom. Alright. Rubber's probably the item that is... Bolivia goes to war against Chile. How about that? We've got some action happening. Some actual action. Actual action. We're going to need to fill out red group here eventually. So, yeah, working on those carriers like we said. Let's get the tactical and strategic bombing in. It is 2012 here. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's go back over here and just fill out the rest of this. Doctrines for air are going to be complete at that point. Now what I was going to say is looking to recruit out some additional units. 10. Okay. 10 there. Let's send you guys in Serbia here. Got my paratroopers getting ready to come out here soon. We did have one destroyer pop out for us here. Let's add you in just to consolidate like this and merge. All right. Cool. Here's my new little fleet in the Black Sea coming out. Let's give you an admiral. Good stuff there. Paratroopers finally starting to roll out now. We'll put those to use here at some point. And mechanized needs finally coming through. Speaking of mechanized, I do want to train out some of those eventually. Recruit and deploy. So I've got 10 Marine divisions training up at once. Let's get mechanized in. 10 there as well. You guys can just join up in Serbia. How about tanks? Are we starting to stockpile tanks? Yeah, we're actually starting to update those across the lines, which is good. So let's recruit out a new set of tanks. We're going to make this one here and one here. Alright. I've got such a low recruitable. Oh, 71k. Okay. Wow. China goes to war. Oh my goodness. China going to war on India. Yikes. So we can actually boost up the port here that they're repairing out at. There we go. Very nice. We're also going to want to have dockyards for the carrier production that we're getting ready to put into place. So we'll grab some additional dockyards there. Perfect. I want rubber factories. We're going to put those up here in Siberia. Okay, that should produce out a bunch of rubber for us. If I go back to trade. Okay, I am buying there. Like I said, I do want to be 100% resource sufficient on my own. We're going to need aluminum factories. So I can put you sort of up here as well. In these areas. Okay. Carrier catapult, finishing up there. Working on Carrier 2 as we speak. Modern transport ships, let's get those in. I'm still sitting at over 3 million men here, which is awesome. Alright, let's go back to the production lines now. Man, mechanized, that is a heavy need there, isn't it? Okay, dockyards that are coming through. Submarine 2 or Destroyer? The Submarine 2 is vastly outdated. Yes, it is. Engineer company done. Let's do Sub 3. This is 2006 model, and then Sub 4 is the 2014 model. So, yeah, let's get Sub 3 in. We'll update the torpedoes immediately after that. Nice. There's my first set of paratroopers coming out. I may have like 30 divisions of those total, I think. We're just going to stockpile those for future wars. Is Greece part of NATO? They are, as well as Turkey. Cool. We've got 26 nukes in the bank. Anyway, guys, just wanted to say thanks for watching. Again, this has been the Billy Bob HD. Please remember to like, subscribe, and/or comment if you've enjoyed my content, and we'll catch you guys next time.